Hi, this is Chuck with NeverMeasure, and for today's video we're going to show you how to quickly and easily hang a curtain rod and some other accessories using NeverMeasure. First we're going to start on a smaller window, and then we'll show you how to do it on a larger window. First, what we're going to do is hang our bracket. Obviously they come in various shapes and sizes depending on the curtain rod. For today's exercise I am using the bracket that came with the kit I bought this morning. So with that, I'm going to go up to our window and talk about the spacing. So from your curtain rod, obviously you're going to want to look at how high you want it, but also how far out from the window that you would like the spacing to be. One of the things that NeverMeasure comes in very handy is the body size. So the body size can be used for that spacing. So for example, if I use the larger NeverMeasure, if I wanted to get the position for the curtain rod, that's going to be up a little bit higher. If I don't want it that high, I could use the smaller NeverMeasure again, and it brings me down quite a bit. But if those two heights are not enough and you want to hang something that's maybe specifically much higher on the wall itself, then again with NeverMeasure it comes in very handy. For that, what you're going to do is you're going to line the body up here and simply rotate up the arm until you get your desired location, and you can make your mark. And then with that locked into place, what you're going to do is you're just going to rotate it to the other side of the window. Okay, once you have that alignment, you're going to mark here, and now you have the location up very high, equally left and right for where your bracket needs to be fixed. But for this application, I don't want it that high. I want it to be a little bit lower because of the size of the window. So for this, I'm going to use the smaller NeverMeasure. So now I can see that here I got my spacing because I like the spacing that the smaller one gives me. So now it's just a matter of distance left and right. So I'm just going to, for this purpose, I'm just going to eye it. How far out do I want the bracket to be? And if I look at that, that looks to be pretty good. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to lock that into place. Let me see how that looks. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do then is, now that I've got locked into place, I'm going to mark it here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to rotate here again with the ease of NeverMeasure. Is now I lined up this body because of the auto centering. Now all I have to do is mark here. And so now that I've got here marked and there marked, now I know that I'm spaced equally up because of the arms are perpendicular, and then I'm equally spaced because of the auto centering. So now it's a matter of just drilling the holes and hanging the bracket. So now that I've marked my window left and right, now it comes down to a matter of hanging the actual bracket. So I kind of went ahead a little bit here, and what I did was I went ahead and from the marks that we made using a NeverMeasure as my top hole, then I leveled it up and I marked the bottom hole. So once those are marked, pull this away, and it's a simple matter of just drilling my hole for my drywall fixtures. So let me grab my hammer. Okay. Go to my location. Okay, I'm gonna tap in my drywall fasteners. Okay, now that they're in place, it's just a matter of hanging the bracket and then finishing our curtain rod. Quick and easy. Here you can see I just finished hanging the final bracket. So now what I want to do is just to make sure, double check to make sure that it's level. What I'm going to do using the NeverMeasure, because of the way the NeverMeasure is structured, I actually got to turn it over. So I'm going to turn that over. I'm going to open this up until my arms are over each side of the bracket. Okay. I think I'd be better at this. Okay, now that I'm there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower it to touch my bracket. Now that it's touching my bracket, I'm going to take a look. It looks like it's good and level. So now that I'm finished there, the real simple part is now just hanging the curtain rod. So I'm going to go up here, hang it on, and voila, ready to go. Thank you. Okay, now that we finished the small window, we're going to go ahead and tackle the large window. Again, using NeverMeasure, it'll make it just as fast and easy. One of the things that makes NeverMeasure such a fantastic tool is the repeatability of being able to match things up on wherever you go in a room. So if you remember in the beginning of this segment, we got the alignment of our one bracket and we locked that into position. That's still locked into position. So now to make sure that we're matched up as far as spacing, especially in height, we want the small window and large window, we're going to use the same NeverMeasure body. So we're going to go up here, again, like we did on the small one, we're going to align the body with the edge of the trim. Once we have that alignment, we're going to mark for the hole here on the left. Again, just as we did with the smaller window, we're going to slide over here, align the left body up with the trim. We're going to mark here for the left side. And then, because of the length of the window, there's a third bracket. So once you find your center point, you're going to align that with the center point of the NeverMeasure, and then you're going to go ahead and mark there. And then that makes sure that you're in equal alignment across the top, that you're in your parallel or your horizontal is equal all the way across the wall. So now that we have the two marks, we're going to repeat what we did on the small one. We're going to go ahead and mark them up level and put in our brackets. So here we have our final project completion. So as you can see behind me, here's the small window. Up to your left, my right, is the larger window. Again, using the NeverMeasure made that very quick and easy. Had we not been filming, I could have probably finished it in 15-20 minutes. But also, again, with the NeverMeasure is the exactness. So if you can see from the spacing that everything is spaced level with each other and also spaced equally left and right. So it makes that very simple. So one thing though is consider your curtain itself when you're looking to position the brackets. Make sure that that positioning is going to align with the type of curtain that you're using. So with that said, enjoy your NeverMeasure and have a wonderful day.